Hello guys, back to the channel, Failure One. We are here after a little bit of waiting for the Australian Grand Prix, and I personally cannot wait for the race, as I'm sure that you cannot wait as well. So as you know, I make videos before the first practice and after the second practice, after the third practice, but it's a little bit different for today because actually the first practice was, since it's the race is in Australia, the first practice was held in 6 o'clock in the morning by time to where I live. So I it was quite early for me to make a video. So here I am after the second practice. I'm making the video. So I'm going to make a few points based on the only the second practice, not on the first one. The first one was quite slow. It wasn't that interesting. I've watched both of the practices, so I know that the drivers are struggling with a particular part from the track. So uh, okay, let's dive in. First, let's discuss a little bit the practice, then we're going to discuss the fantasy. So if you watch the practice, or if you have read already, this track now in Australia is being reconstructed. It's not the same track as it was 3 years ago. It's being reconstructed. There are like 4 DRS zones in this track. This is the only track with 4 DRS zones. This means 4 long straights. And when I tell you that, the first thing you should think is, the first thing that should came up to your mind is that, as we know, Ferrari is great in the corners, Red Bull is great in the straights. So is actually Red Bull going to be faster than Ferrari? Because based solely on that, the track has 4 DRS zones, and it's quite a fast track. It's not like 3 years ago. It was still fast then, but it's faster now. Okay, so as you see from practice 2, Leclerc was given gave the fastest swap with 0.245 to in front of Verstappen, which is not that much, considering that Leclerc made 5 more laps and he used more tires than Verstappen, more softs than Verstappen. Carlos Sainz is third. I mean, it's quite obvious from now on that the Ferrari is going to be top 4, top 3, even top 2 for the whole season, pretty much. This is like very obvious. We, of course, that was expected long ago because we know that Ferrari were investing heavily in this year's car. So is the battle going to be again between Red Bull and Ferrari? Yes, it's going to be between Red Bull and Ferrari. That is for sure. I mean, no one else is close, I think. I mean, you see Fernando Alonso fourth in the second practice, a great WAP, amazing WAP he did there, and you see Esteban Ocon sixth, and based on that, and based on the performance of Alpine for the last 2 races, I don't know, it might sound funny to you, but I think the top 3 teams right now in Formula 1 are actually Ferrari, Red Bull, and Alpine, which is, yeah, it sounds funny, but I mean, look at the performance they have. Very bad luck for Alonso in Saudi Arabia. As you know, he had to DNF, but I think he DNF from 6th position. And if he eventually finished that race, it was going to be a huge result for Alpine once again. So we for sure know, if you watch the fantasy, sorry, if you watch the practice, that Alpine is very good on this track. It's very stable, it's very fast. Bottas is again with solid performance. Bottas is solid top 10 performer right now. Last race again, no luck for him as well. Uh, what is interesting to me from today is that Danny Rick and Lando Norris actually did pretty decent laps. I don't know if McLaren actually managed to change something, if they eventually found an improvement of their car, but it is Danny Rick's home race, and it's actually Danny Rick's home race. When I say that, I laugh because for the last couple of years, he wasn't really performing on this track. I mean, I don't know if it's the pressure of being your home race or if it's just the car, but if you remember the last race in Australia, Danny Rick was in Renault, and he at the start of the race on the start finish straight, he went to the grass, he broke his front wing. It was terrible race for him. Last year, 2018 as well, was terrible year. I mean, Danny Rick is not enjoying his home race that much. I mean, he might enjoy it, but the results are not there. And this year, as we know that McLaren were a little bit shaky. I don't know if it's a little bit too early to think about McLaren to enter your fantasy team. For me, I think it's a little bit early. So what do we do now? We have three subs for free. Three subs for free. Let's see our team. We have. Let me just do this. Okay. Okay, we have Max, Sainz, Bottas, Ocon, Magnussen, Ferrari as a constructor in our first team. This is our main team, as you know. Everything else is like addition to to cover the missing parts from the first team, and this is how it should be. So, what am I thinking of doing? And I don't know. If it, I don't want to make more than three free subs and to be given a penalty, point penalty. So we need to do a long thinking of what changes we must do. Currently, what I'm thinking is, let me just do something real quick. What if I remove Ferrari and no. I was thinking, but to swap Ferrari to add Alpine as a constructor and to remove. Let me just do it to see how much money I'm going to have left. Okay. Can you see actually now? Okay, you can see. We have Alpine and we have 12 million left. How much does Charles Leclerc cost? He's 18.7. 18.7. 18.7. If I remove K-Mac, I'm going to have left I do like that. I do like that. Yeah, definitely I'm thinking of this team. Definitely. Why? Why do I need to change the constructor? Because Alpine, like I said, for me currently is top 3 team. Ocon and Alonso are driving very well, very fast the car, and they are for the last 2 races they were in the points, and not just in the points, they were like about to be top 6, top 7, something like that, which is amazing. And this for sure will give us points on the constructor. We have Ocon, we have both of the Ferraris, we have Max, we have Bottas. I think I'm going to save this team. Yeah. And as you know, we have increased value of our team with 2.5 mil, which allows us to do that. Yeah, I'm saving this team. This is my new main team. I'm very, very, very happy with this team. And of course, I'm going to swap the turbo driver to this guy. Yep. I think that this is the best thing possible to have in the fantasy for this round. Having said that, looking at this team, this is like very weird team now. Hamilton, Hamilton with his Q16, Q16, sorry, P16 from the qualification. I mean, I've never expected something like that, but let's see what we can do. We have also increased this team's value. The houses, let me just show you. The houses didn't show much in the practice, but if you remember in Saudi Arabia, they were even worse. It was like Mick Schumacher was 19, K-Mac was 18. And it was after practice 3, so basically I don't think that they are showing their full potential, and as you know, they probably don't want to push the car too much because they don't have a reserve chassis, a reserve car. As you know, that Mick Schumacher crashed his car in the Saudi Arabia qualification. So I think they're like giving it slow, and on the qualification that they're going to show what their car is. But actually, no, yeah. Okay, so for this team, I'm going to include Danny Rick. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I mean, I'm going to add Danny Rick just because, out of respect for him. Like, Hamilton is like having the worst car of his career right now, but somehow he's ending up in points. I don't understand how is he doing that. But he's way too expensive. He's way too expensive. And I'm going to take Sergio Perez here on the place of Hamilton. Let me just go that. Definitely removing Yuki. Yuki is like, I mean, it wasn't his fault in Saudi Arabia. The car broke, but I mean, Yuki was straight up not worth the risk from the beginning. I'm going to add George Russell because he's okay. I'm not going to add George Russell actually. Okay, there is no money for George Russell. Okay, I have left 21.3 million. I have Sharo, I have Sergio. I'm going to remove Esteban. I'm going to take George. And for 10.2, I think I'm going to take Valtteri. Yep, with the Ferrari. This is the second team. This is the second team. Okay. Turbo driver is Leclerc, of course. And I do like my third team. But I'm going to do something different with my third team. I'm going to make Checo Perez my turbo driver because you never know. If eventually Charles Leclerc, DNF, our 3 teams are doomed, like all of them. But of course, if he performs like he's performing until now, it's 3 points. So yeah, guys, the race is on 10th of April. I'm going to make another video after practice 3 to compensate that I didn't make another one before the practice one. So I'm going to make another after practice 3 to confirm if this is going to be my team. This is going to be my team, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be. So guys, like, subscribe the video, subscribe to the channel, comment. As you know, if you comment, we're discussing everything there in the comment section. So drop a like, drop a subscribe, and see you soon. Until tomorrow. Bye guys.